My brother stole my identity for 12 years. Then he asked me to save him. I never thought I'd be writing this, but my family insists I'm the villain. I'm 34 now, and for most of my life, I believe my older brother, Ethan, was just the golden child. Better grades, better job, favorite son, you know the type. I learned to stay quiet because every time I complained, my parents told me I was jealous. A few months ago I was trying to refinance my mortgage. My credit score had suddenly dropped over 200 points. I figured it had to be a mistake. I pulled my credit report expecting to see one weird account. Instead, I found dozens of accounts I had never opened. Credit cards, a personal loan, 2 car loans, even an old apartment lease from another state. The oldest account dated back 12 years. I thought someone had stolen my identity online, but the addresses attached to the accounts look strangely familiar. One belonged to the apartment complex where Ethan had lived after college. I confronted him. He laughed. Actually laughed. Then he said, "I was going to tell you eventually." Apparently, when we were younger, he'd found my social security card in our parents' filing cabinet. He memorized the number, opened a few accounts because his own credit was terrible, and kept using my identity whenever he got into financial trouble. His exact words, "It wasn't hurting you, because you weren't using your credit anyway." I just stared at him. Over 12 years, he had piled up nearly $180,000 in debt under my name. When I told my parents, I expected them to be horrified. Instead, my mom started crying and said, "If you report him, you'll ruin his children's lives." My dad actually said, "Family doesn't call the police on family." I asked if either of them had known. Silence. That silence answered everything. They knew. Maybe not every detail, but enough to protect him instead of me. For the next week, they bombarded me with calls. My aunt said I should take one for the family. My cousin said Ethan had changed and deserved another chance. Not one person asked how I was supposed to recover financially. I hired an attorney. The lawyer looked at the paperwork for maybe 10 minutes before asking, "Are you prepared for this to become criminal?" I said yes. We filed identity theft reports with the police, the credit bureaus, and every lender involved. Within days, Ethan called screaming. He said I had betrayed him. He claimed he always intended to pay everything back. Funny thing, 12 years had passed, and he had never paid back much of anything. Then came the twist. Investigators discovered he hadn't only used my identity. He had stolen from his own company too. Fake expense reports, forged reimbursement forms, thousands of dollars. My case opened the door to an investigation his employer had never considered. He was fired immediately. Now, my parents blame me for that too. According to them, if I had just forgiven him, none of this would have happened. Last weekend was my grandmother's birthday. I wasn't invited. Apparently, Ethan told everyone I was trying to destroy the family. A few relatives blocked me without even asking my side. Then yesterday, something unbelievable happened. My mom showed up at my front door. She wasn't there to apologize. She handed me a folder. Inside were loan documents. She and my dad had taken out a second mortgage to hire Ethan, a defense attorney. Then she asked if I'd help make the payments because, in her words, "This is your mess too." I honestly thought she was joking. She wasn't. When I refused, she called me selfish. She said I'd chosen money over family. I reminded her that I wasn't the one who committed identity theft for over a decade. She left crying. Since then, my phone hasn't stopped buzzing. Half the family says I should forgive him because he's learned his lesson. The other half has stayed suspiciously quiet. Meanwhile, my lawyer says the credit bureaus have already removed several fraudulent accounts, and more are being erased as the investigation continues. It's going to take time, but my financial life is finally starting to recover. As for Ethan, he's facing consequences he created himself. Sometimes I wonder if reporting him destroyed my family. Then I remember something my attorney said. "You didn't break this family. You just stopped being the one carrying its secrets." For the first time in years, I actually slept peacefully. So, AITA for refusing to protect my brother after discovering he stole my identity for 12 years.